If you lived through the 1970s, you'll likely remember stars like Farrah Fawcett, Lynda Carter, and Olivia Newton-John. These gorgeous women were some of the biggest heartthrobs of their day, and many of them went on to have extremely successful careers in the years that followed. In this video, we'll be discussing the most beautiful women of the 1970s that we're still drooling over today. Cheryl Ladd. Best known for her role as Chris Monroe on ABC's Charlie's Angels, this drop-dead gorgeous actress was called in to replace Farrah Fawcett in 1977. Ladd continued to star on the show until its cancellation in 1981. Some of her most significant film credits include Purple Hearts, Poison Ivy, Permanent Midnight, and Unforgettable. Faye Dunaway. Faye's career began in the early 60s when she appeared on Broadway. In 1967, she made her screen debut in The Happening. She followed that up by playing the outlaw Bonnie Parker in Bonnie and Clyde, for which she earned her first Academy Award nomination. In the 70s, Dunaway starred in films like The Three Musketeers, Chinatown, Towering Inferno, and Network, the latter of which earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress. In the 80s, Faye started taking on more mature roles, often appearing in independent films. Some of her biggest films from this decade were Mommy Dearest, Supergirl, and Barfly. She continued acting throughout the 90s and into the early 2000s, making appearances in films like Arizona Dream, The Thomas Crown Affair, and The Rules of Attraction. Since then, she's gone into retirement and is very protective of her private life. She rarely gives interviews and makes very few appearances. Farrah Fawcett. This six-time Golden Globe-nominated actress rose to fame when she played investigator Jill Monroe on the first season of Charlie's Angels. Throughout the 70s, Fawcett appeared in numerous shows like Harry O and The $6 Million Man, but also starred in films like Myra Breckinridge, Logan's Run, and Sunburn. Fawcett's iconic red swimsuit poster sold 6 million copies the first year it was printed in 1976. She earned another 4 Golden Globe nominations for her work in the 80s. She gained some negative publicity in 1997 after appearing on The Late Show with David Letterman. It appeared as if she was under the influence of something, as she spent the entire interview rambling incoherently. She bounced back from that, however, after starring opposite Robert Duvall in the critically acclaimed 1997 film Apostle. In 2006, she was diagnosed with anal cancer. She died in 2009 at age 62. Lynda Carter. Lynda Carter will always be best remembered for her role as Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, on the hit Wonder Woman TV series. She held that role from 1975 to 79. She got her start in show business singing at a local pizza parlor when she was 15, but after winning the Miss World USA beauty pageant in 1972, she landed her first acting role in a 1974 episode of the police drama series Nakia. After that, she made appearances in TV shows like Cause and Starsky and Hutch, in addition to starring in a handful of B films. In the early 80s, she was given a variety show of her own television musical specials. After appearing in the 1983 biographical film Rita Hayworth, The Love Goddess, in the title role, Carter portrayed Helen Durant in the CBS television film Mike Hammer, Murder Takes All. Throughout the 90s, she performed in a string of TV films, resulting in a resurgence in her popularity. She then appeared in a series of commercials for Lens Express. Around this time, she started her own production company, Potomac Productions. In 2001, she was cast in Super Troopers, playing Vermont Governor Jessman. After that, she appeared in films like The Dukes of Hazzard and Sky High. On television at this time, she guest starred in the cable vampire film Slayer and made a brief appearance on Smallville. Since 2002, Carter has worked with her husband, Robert Altman's video game company Bethesda, to provide the voices for several characters in the popular Elder Scrolls video games. Most recently, she performed in the West End London production of Chicago, in addition to recording several jazz albums, a few of which have even charted on Billboard's jazz charts. In 2017, she joined the cast of the CW's Supergirl television show in the role of President Olivia Marsden. Before we tell you more about ladies of the 70s, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Raquel Welch. After gaining attention for her role in 1966's Fantastic Voyage, Welch was signed to a contract with 20th Century Fox. That same year, she appeared in the film 1 Million Years BC. Promotional images of her from that film ended up becoming best-selling posters, turning her into an international sex symbol. She followed that up with performances in films like Bandolero and 100 Rifle. In the 70s, she starred in films like Myra Breckinridge, which hit theaters in 1970, and Henny Calder in 71. In 1974, Welch was awarded with a Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture Actress in a Musical or Comedy for her performance in The Three Musketeers. Years later, in 1987, she was nominated for another Golden Globe for her performance in the TV film Right to Die. These days, Welch continues to make occasional appearances on TV and films. Her most recent theatrical role was in 2017's How to Be a Latin Lover, and her most recent television credit was in the Canadian sitcom Date My Dad in 2017. Olivia Newton-John. Born in 1948 in Cambridgeshire, England, Olivia Newton-John is a 4-time Grammy winner. As a singer, she's recorded 5 number 1 and 10 other top 10 Billboard Hot 100 singles. She's also had 2 number 1 Billboard 200 solo albums. She's sold an estimated 100 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling musical artists of all time. As an actress, she's best known for her starring role in the musical Grease. The soundtrack of that film is considered to be one of the most successful in film history. Newton-John has devoted much of her time and energy dedicated to environmental and animal rights causes. Christie Brinkley. Born in 1964, Brinkley achieved worldwide fame, making appearances in the annual swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated. She also spent a quarter-century as the face of CoverGirl, appeared on the cover of over 500 magazines, and has signed major contracts with a handful of brands. Eventually, Brinkley branched out to work as an actress, illustrator, TV personality, designer, artist, and activist. Cheryl Tiegs. Dubbed America's first supermodel, Tiegs is best known for appearing on the cover of numerous issues of Sports Illustrated's swimsuit issue and Time magazine. In 1978, her pink bikini poster became one of the most iconic pop culture images of the 70s. Tiegs still occasionally makes appearances on TV shows and in films. Most recently, she appeared in offerings like Family Guy, Children's Hospital, and Sharknado 4: The Fourth Awakens. Jill St. John. Best known for her role as Tiffany Case, aka the first Bond girl, in the 007 film Diamonds Are Forever, Jill has gone on to appear in films like The Lost World, Come Blow Your Horn, and Holiday for Lovers. On TV, she's appeared in shows like The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, and Seinfeld. Since 1990, she's been married to actor Robert Wagner. Her most recent acting credit was in the 2014 TV film North Pole, in which Wagner played Santa Claus and she played Mrs. Claus. This movie marked her first role in 12 years. Angie Dickinson. Born in 1951, Dickinson's career began on television. In the 50s, she appeared in a handful of anthology series before landing her breakthrough role in 1956's Gun the Man Down. She followed that up with another noteworthy appearance in 1959's Rio Bravo, for which she won a Golden Globe for New Star of the Year. Her 6-decade-spanning career has seen her appear in over 50 films, including Ocean's 11, Point Blank, Maids All in a Row, and Big Bad Mama. Between 1974 and 78, she played Sergeant Pepper Anderson in the NBC crime series Policewoman. That role won her a Golden Globe for Best Actress on a TV series drama and 3 Primetime Emmy Award nominations. During her later years, Dickinson starred in numerous TV films and miniseries, in addition to appearing in films like Sabrina, Pay It Forward, and Big Bad Love. Since then, Dickinson, who's now 90, has entered into retirement. Now it's time to hear from you. Who's your favorite of all these ladies? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.